Legal analyst Areva Martin is joining us now. I have to hand it to Taraji Henson. She came out right away, issued an apology.
Yes.
I mean, we all know that racial profiling does go on.
Yes.
But when you see that video, she came out in a, that was...
She could have deflected. She could have said, no comment. She could have even attacked the cops, but she did the right thing. The video shows the cop being really friendly or, as accommodating as a cop could be, professional with her son. And so rather than, deflect it or do anything, she just said, hey, I listened to my son. What mother wouldn't? He probably went home and said, Mom, I got stopped by the cops.
What son isn't going to bend the truth on why they got
And he probably
over?
said, because I'm an African-American male, and, they stop African-American males for no reason. So as any mother would do, she, was livid about it, and she came out and spoke about it. But when she saw the tape, she stepped up to the plate. And I just have to give her a lot of respect for that.
But it is a cautionary tale, though, right? Because to say you're racially profiled is pretty inflammatory, potentially inflammatory. And if it's not true, wait till you know all the facts before you come out and say something like that.
But he's 20 years old, so he may have believed that he was stopped because he's African American, and he's watched, the last 6 months, everything on the news about African American men. And let's face it, that DOJ report from Ferguson, the stop and frisk case in New York, those cases are real. Racial profiling is a very real issue in this country. So the fact that he went home and told his mom that that's what happened to him, not so surprising for a teen. But I think the lesson in this is get both sides.
Now, this cop was very accommodating to him. He found weed in the car. He found prescription drugs that he didn't have prescriptions for. He let him off without getting a moving violation.
Wait a minute, Lauren. I don't know if it's, accurate to say he found. He asked questions, and the young man offered up a lot of information.
Which he didn't have to.
Your Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights say you don't have to incriminate yourself, and you don't have to allow the police to search your vehicle.
But
he was a little too honest.
If they could smell pot there,
well, you're talking about the plain sight doctrine. So if police see something in your car or they smell something, that probably gives them probable cause to then search your vehicle.
But my point was this, is as professional as he was and as kind as he appeared to be on that video, he did ask him a question that I was asking Bob. I've never been asked. I heard TMZ talking about this earlier. He said, have you ever been arrested? If I run your information, will I find anything? Whenever I've been pulled over, I've never been.
If I ran it?
I've never been asked if I
Okay, so
had
there
been
you
arrested.
go in terms of why this young man probably told his mom he was being racially profiled. But he was asked a lot of questions. Do you have anything illegal in the car? Have you ever been arrested?
Right.
So, he's terrified, as you would imagine he would be, being stopped by the police and being asked questions that for him may not seem like the same questions that would be asked if he wasn't an African-American male.
But in the end, it did turn out, and I don't know, better for him in the sense that the cop did say, look, I'm not going to give you a moving violation.
Yes.
We'll just let that go.
He said, go to court, bring your medical marijuana card, and you probably get a fine, and it all goes away. So, but I think we also have to talk about the fact that Taraji said there were two incidents. One involving the Glendale police and one involving USC, which is why she decided not to send her son there. So we still haven't heard what happened with respect to the USC incident.
Well, the USC people do say, look, we want to know more about this. Please talk to us.
We're trying to figure out.
They've invited her to come and give more information. So this is a story to watch, because if something did happen at USC, I think we all want to know about that, because racial profiling, again, is a real issue, and when it happens, we need to take some action.
And when it doesn't happen, we need to hand it to police officers.
We need to hand it to those cops, and then we need to hand it to those moms and residents that say, look, I was wrong, made a mistake, I'm sorry.
And just on another note, here's the benefit of these cameras, too, because now we know what happened, whether or not you are racially profiled, whether there's an incident that happened, we know the facts.
Yes.
You can see exactly how things unfold.
Can't underestimate how powerful those body cams are. I mean, they're now showing things that before we'd have to guess about.
Think
about how many things that we, now get to see played out on camera that before, we had to take someone's word, and it was a he said, she said, and often we never got to the truth. So, great thing to have.
Yeah.
Areva Martin, thank you.
Thanks so much, Areva.